Australia is filled with deadly creatures all over the country, and living here, it is only a matter of time before you actually encounter one. And over the past 5 years, I've been lucky enough to work with some pretty deadly animals. But recently, one extremely strange and deadly creature has stood out from the rest. The most venomous fish in the world, the stonefish. So after filming my most recent stonefish episode, it left me with a lot of questions. Was it pure luck that I found this stonefish? Are these fish easy to find for those who are looking? And could I track one down in one day if I really tried? Probably not, but I'm gonna try anyway. But just before that, I decided to go looking for some animals up an ancient creek system. So we've been walking up this creek for a while now, and we've just made it to this massive gorge that you can see behind us here. Now from here on in, the only way to get further up this creek is through the water. So I'm going to chuck my backpack here, and you wait till you see how awesome it is just a bit further down. I've just set the tripod up. I was just filming a little eel behind me here. And take a look at what I saw just over my left shoulder. That right there is a little turtle. And what this guy would have been doing, he is a cold-blooded animal. He would have just been chilling here, soaking up some heat for the day. And since these are... Oh, this turtle is literally on my hand right now, just chilling there. Now, one of this turtle's greatest defense mechanisms is using that shell. You can see he's going for a run at the moment. I'll follow him in a second. And what they use that shell for is they can actually tuck up inside of it and protect themselves from big predators like crocodiles. He's actually making a run for it. I gotta go. And you can see him actually using this defense mechanism right now. He's just run over here. I think he doesn't realize that the creek's just that way, so we're gonna let him be, keep walking up the creek, and probably go find this stonefish tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully we can get another one up close to the camera. Come on, buddy. This way. Look at that. No way! Look! Right there! Oh no, the wave! There was a stonefish in there! Marley! Stonefish!
Oh, he's found one. No way! No way!
I walked right over it. Yes, we found another one in one day. See him right there? How hectic is that, Marley?
Oh, no way.
Look at him.
That's
I was walking
sick.
right here, right? Just over like this. And I was nearly about to go straight past that pool. And that just proves how camouflaged these guys are. Here, I'll get the GoPro underwater. Look at him.
That's
sitting
sick.
in this little rock pool right here. Literally, people walking past this place all day, every day. And that's something that you definitely have to be careful for. I'm gonna pick this guy up, get him up close to the camera, and we're gonna have to move him to a different location. Now, you might actually be wondering why you're not wearing gloves right now. Honestly, I think you've got just as much chance of getting stung wearing gloves because you can't feel the animal as much than going just with your bare hands. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna be very careful. We're gonna get him over on a rock and teach you a bit about it. Look at that. That right there is a saltwater stonefish. This is the second one that I've caught in these rock pools in about a month. And how crazy is that fish right there? It's crazy to think that this guy could kill me right now if I was to get stung. So we're gonna be very careful, bring them over to these rocks and teach you a bit about them because they are very misunderstood species. Watching my footing, just over this way. We got one.
Nice.
So this right here is the saltwater estuary stonefish, also known as the most venomous and the deadliest fish in the world. Now the reason why they are so dangerous is because these spikes that they have just across the top here, they have 13 dorsal spikes, 2 venom sacs on each of them, and this is the second stonefish that I've found in about a month. Now, one of the craziest stories that I heard recently, it was actually from 3 days ago. A woman who actually has children was going swimming at Mooloolaba Spit, getting out of the water, and she happened to stand on top of one of these stonefish, and she said she would rather give birth 10 times over than get stung by this species right here. And if that just doesn't give you the most respect for this animal right here, you've got to be crazy, because this is one of the coolest species and the most deadly species that I've ever come across. Pretty cool, eh, Marley?
That's sick.
That's actually so cool. This is the first time you've seen one in real life, eh?
Yeah, literally the first time.
Now, a lot of people, when they catch this fish, the first thing they think of is, I'm gonna kill it because it's so deadly. But the thing is, it's not their fault that they're deadly. It's not their fault that they have the worst venom known to man, the worst pain known to man, and that they can do some serious damage. But I'm gonna pick him up right now and show you just how cool and awesome these little species are. It's crazy to think that a fish as small as this can put you in that much pain. And over the past couple months, after learning where I can find these stonefish, learning all these awesome facts about them, I've been so fascinated by this species. I've never actually found myself putting this much time and effort into finding a species before. And you might be wondering, why would you want to find such an ugly species like this? But trust me, start learning a bit more about them. Maybe go out and see if you can find any yourself. Be careful, obviously, don't pick them up like I am right now. And you will truly understand how cool and awesome this species is right there. Look at that, the saltwater estuary stonefish. That is so cool. You want to touch it, Marley, and see what it feels like?
Yeah, sure.
Just avoid the top spines, obviously.
Where do you want me to touch it?
Just over here. Just right down there. Watch out for those spines. What does it feel like?
Squishy.
Squishy.
Weird.
Feels like a cane toad, hey? Exactly. They're literally the cane toads of the sea. Do you want to hold it?
Yeah, I'll give it a hold.
He's gonna give it a hold, alright. So be very careful. Kind of put your hand just like that, hold underneath it.
Yep.
Just like that. If it squirms, either drop it or hold onto it hard. What do you reckon?
That's pretty sick.
That's pretty sick, holding the deadliest fish in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Right, I'll take him back from you.
Step it back.
We're just gonna move down this way, sit in the water a bit because he's been squirming around a bit and I don't want him to hurt himself if he does end up falling off that rock. So we're just gonna sit down in his natural habitat and yeah, just share this awesome experience with this stonefish right here. Wow, what a cool fish, eh? What should we name him? Pebble?
Pebble.
Pebble the stonefish. Now, if you're wondering if this stonefish is going to be okay out of water, he'll be totally fine because these stonefish, as I said in my last video, can survive out of water for up to 24 hours at a time. So lifting him up and showing you guys is going to be totally fine for this little fella right here. Now, this is the world's most venomous and the world's deadliest fish. Take a look at this. Casual. I know he does look like a cane toad, but he's a very nice fish. That's actually so sick. You want to give him a kiss, Marley?
No.
If you want to learn heaps more about this stonefish, I actually filmed a video about a month ago teaching you everything about them, all the facts that I know, and the one that I caught about a month ago was absolutely massive. It was in a rock pool about 100 meters down that way, and this just proves that that wasn't a fluke and there's a lot more stonefish to be found in here. Now, some people were commenting in my last video, it's poison, it's not venom. Now, venom is actually injected, poison is consumed. So they actually inject venom through these 13 dorsal spikes that they got at the top there into your flesh and start exploding everything just inside your body, all the cells, everything. I can't even begin to describe how bad the pain is. You can't even think about it in your head. And although I'm very fascinated about this species, I'm definitely not that fascinated. I never want to know how this pain feels like, and I pray that I'm never going to experience it. Now, Australia is filled with countless deadly animals, and living here, it's only a matter of time before you're going to encounter one. And maybe I've encountered a couple more because almost every day I go out looking for them, but there's something that you have to respect. If you go into their habitat and if you stand on one, it's your fault. We've been walking up here all day and I've seen kids non-stop just walking around these rock pools barefoot. Now, although this is his home right here and I would love to release him back into the same pool that I found him in, there's kids that walk around here, and as that guy said that I interviewed last time who's been stung, a kid would just not survive it. So we're gonna get him, relocate him to a different area so he's out of everyone's way, he doesn't get hurt by someone who finds him, and someone doesn't get hurt who finds him. So he's pretty cool though. We're gonna go grab a plastic container and relocate him to a different area. I keep this in my car at all times because after catching the last stonefish, I was lucky enough to find it in there. So we'll just fill it up, chuck him in there, just like that, and we'll get him back in a different location as quick as we can. Take a look at that awesome fish right there. Wow, look at him. Chuck them just down here, away from any contact from humans. But take a look at that, the saltwater estuary stonefish.